I think we got someone in here working right now. What's up, what's up? I'm actually gonna hop in and show you. What's up, this is Cannon with Integrity Construction. Welcome back out to our job site in Lake Forest, California. Today we're gonna walk through, we're gonna show you a little bit about the excavations that are being done to basically reinforce the foundation and get it ready for new concrete and new footers. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and take you around the outside of the house this time, which is locked for safety reasons, so never mind. We're gonna go through the inside. The process of what we're doing is called underpinning. In a slab on grade foundation, you have a slab which goes throughout the whole footprint of the house, and then at specific areas you have footing, which is a deeper concrete slab that's reinforced with rebar, and it's basically more reinforcement under specific target areas. So we're talking load-bearing walls, exterior of the home, that kind of thing. So what we're doing at underpinning is we're actually digging down and underneath that existing footer, because when we add to the second story of the house, we're actually going to be adding more weight to those areas, and so there has to be more support for those areas. So we're going deeper on the foundations and deeper on the footings in strategic areas. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be up to speed when we drop more of these videos. Would love for you guys to be able to see this whole process from start to finish. It's amazing to see a huge project like this come together. Okay, so this is the foundation plan for the job, and this specifically gives us the footprint of the existing house, and it tells us where exactly they want us to dig down and put additional footers. An interesting to note about footers is, and you'll see this, we can only dig 8 linear feet under an existing footer, because any more than that would compromise the integrity of the existing structure. So while you might see concrete removed, maybe 12 or 14 feet long, the dirt itself underneath the footer is only going to be removed up to 8 feet long. Okay, so a lot of these are going to be from the exterior of the home, but sometimes you have to go on the inside of the home. You got to go in, you got to demo tile and kind of do some underpinning from inside the home to be able to hit these strategic areas. So this is a bathroom where, as you can see here, we have a bunch of dirt that was pulled out from this bathroom. We actually took out the shower and basically took out the entire flooring of the bathroom because we wanted to excavate from the inside of the house for this strategic spot. So I think we got someone in here working right now. What's up, what's up? I'm actually gonna hop in and show you. This is the slab, and this is what runs throughout the whole house. So the whole house has like a 4-inch slab, and it's reinforced with rebar and all that. This over here, this is the footing. So it's a much deeper and just more reinforced kind of section of concrete that's getting put in for exterior walls and things that are specific strategic load points. Not only do we dig to the bottom of this, but we're actually digging underneath here. So we're about 1.5 to 2 feet underneath this slab. So this is floating right now. And again, we can only go 8 linear feet like that, because if we go any further, we're compromising the support of the existing structure as it is. And then, we'll be able to put rebar in, put new footing. So now instead of having a footer that's, 2.5 feet deep, we're gonna have one that's 4 feet deep or 5 feet deep, just depending on whatever the plans call for. Okay, we're gonna go to the outside and we're gonna take a look. There's a lot of holes that, hypothetically one could fall into. And what we do is we have to limit access to these areas or put some type of plywood down. So a lot of times you'll have plywood that covers these. We have guys currently working right now, like in these holes. So the job site's active, everyone's being careful. But what we're gonna do as we kind of get ready for this area to be left until the inspection is we're gonna put some type of barrier or fencing or covering over as much of this as we can, just to make sure that no one can accidentally fall in one of these holes or anything like that. Another thing we do is that we make sure that the gates on both sides of the house are locked, which is locked for safety reasons, so never mind. And that the interior doors of the house are locked when people aren't working, obviously, so that people can't walk in there and trip and fall in one of these holes, because these things are like 4 feet deep. So I gotta make sure that we're keeping it safe. So another thing about this particular job site is we're doing a 2nd story addition. We're also adding a wall, right here. This is getting extended out all the way to almost the pool area. And so we have to get a hold of Edison, the utility company, and we have to ask them to temporarily move this pole setup to a pole out there in the yard, because we want to move this power supply out of the way so we can do all the work we need to here without worrying about, interfering with the electrical, at least supplying the electrical to the house. The only other option is you'd have to run the whole job site on a generator. So, but we are gonna have to move this, so we want to get a hold of Edison. So if you're planning a project, not only do you want to look at what's happening on the plans, but you also want to think about how your project is going to interact with the local utility company. So you have your water company, your gas, and your electrical. Those are usually the big three. And so, be cognizant of what's going to happen to the utilities. If you need to bring in temporary support or contact those people to, move stuff around, because it can be expensive. So make sure that you talk to your architect or your contractor about, how that's going to impact your project before you get started. Sometimes your footers will interact with your site security. So we had this gate, tied off over here and secured. We had to dig this footer right here. So now we have to kind of make another plan to connect this a little bit further that way. So if you have a job site, whether you're the contractor or you're the homeowner, you just got to be staying on top of these things, making sure that you're keeping up with these things and you're doing a good job being thorough. We have a Thursday inspection scheduled for the underpinning, for the rebar and the forms. We have one inspection on Thursday, and then if we pass that one, we're gonna pour concrete on Friday or Saturday, and then we'll do the rest of the underpinning, because we're only limited to those 8-foot sections we can do. So there's gonna be 2 separate inspections and concrete pours for the underpinning specifically. So hopefully the next time we come back to you, we'll have an update on that with the concrete. And hopefully we see you guys next time. Just follow along. We're going to walk you through this entire process of the second story addition. If you've been thinking about a second story addition or about a remodel to your home, we'd love for you to reach out to us. If there's anything we can, give you as far as value or education, feel free to reach out at any time. Our website and our contact information is going to be in the video description. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.